And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Green Bay Packers. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set, ready. 50, ready.
Love going to throw right away. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Come on, set. Red, 38. Needle blue. Ready?
Throwing. Love. He'll get this complete to Matthew Golden. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down, as this time they get an even 20. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. This defense for the Packers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Complete on the comeback route. That's Shakir. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the 1st.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Stopped on the play by Colby Wooden.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They run it again with Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On play action, Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Second and 10. Cook up the gut. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And no sidestepping that here. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. Black 40. Field, black. Ready.
Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm up QB too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them down and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Comes out, and the Packers pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, it was looking like they were going to have the ball in good field position, but now with that fumble, they don't have the football at all.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to imagine what he was thinking there, though, right? I can take this one, break it, go for a big one right here. But you and I both know, always protect the football is the #1 mantra for a kick returner.
Now Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Packers at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking, if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
Second and 9.
Ready. Black, 95.
Working out of the gun. Love. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you look at this Packers defense, they come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Alert, alert, alert.
Again, it's Cook. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Third down at 6.
Alert, alert, alert. Middle.
Here's Allen to throw it. That's completed right side to Palmer. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Taken in at the 22. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Hut, hut.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go now. 45. White. Drill green. Slide blue. Steel black. Check.
Love looking to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. Well, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
319.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Alert! What's that?
Up the middle to Davis. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. To the air, Allen. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch of the game there for Samuel, and it results in a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Bills.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
319. Hey, home. What's that?
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
180. Half 85. Look out.
Allen going to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
That's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
And I think there on the left hash mark, he's just aiming down the middle and hoping to hit it true. But this ball started right and start working away from it. And it's going to wind up wide of the mark.
Got it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Come on.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Wait.
To throw now. Here's Love. Over the middle, he's got Golden. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
5, 6, drill green. Ready?
Here's Love. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here we go. Ready.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Let's go. 10 black.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
And here on 3rd down as a receiver, you've got to remind yourself not just to get to the sticks, but to get past the sticks. Create a little bit of separation before you put on the brakes and come back to the football, and the ball was right on time. Nice execution.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
Red, yellow.
Love now. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
45, white. Set, cut.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This from 42 yards out. And that is no good. And this will stay a 4-point game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Buffalo.
Half 85. What's that?
Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down.
Second and 3.
Allen now looks to throw. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Open man is Palmer. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's Allen. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
A 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
All 52. Alert! Alert, alert, alert! What's that?
Allen. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ultra! Go Ultra! Ready!
They'll run right here with Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
White. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Alert! Ready! Alert!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now Allen going to change it up. They'll try the middle with Cook. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Ready. Yellow. Ready.
They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's good. For the Packers, first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ready.
So the ball
right.
down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Set. Ready. Blue 32. Black shot. Set. Cut.
Love. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Set. Cut. Set. Cut.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. McManus's point after is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Allen. This will be caught. Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now Allen again. Complete on the comeback route. That's Shakir. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Completes to Shakir once again. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Bills 14. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Yellow, down.
Throwing. Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 43 rail. Blue striker. Tito Blue. Hut, hut.
Now Love. Wide open receiver complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Ready, ready.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. He gets that one complete to Wicks. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw now. Here's Love. That's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Up the middle, it's Cook. Able to slither by. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Allen going to change this at the line. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Okay, ready?
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 6.
52, Bruce. Hut.
Here's Love. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. They need 18 yards here on third down.
Ready. Green Jack. Steel, black. Claws red. Ready, go.
Love looking to throw it. And the pressure gets to him again. Gregory Rousseau picks up his second sack of the afternoon. On now is the Packers punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now.
56.
From the gun, it's Allen. Completes it to Coleman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. They'll get it up near midfield at 49 before being taken down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here's a 2nd and 7.
319. 5 wide.
Here's Cook again. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's third down.
Middle.
Allen. Powering forward. And he's got this down to the 35.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Middle. Half. Alert!
To throw is Allen.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Five.
Throwing, Allen. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And it's third down.
Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6.
56.
Allen going to audible to a different look.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Let's go. Yellow, 43.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Packers, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll drop down to 1-3.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everyone.
I'm in a tunnel, foot on the